The greatest threat to your soul is not failure. It's not poverty. It's not even pain. The greatest threat is the temptation to be normal. We live in a world that is designed to make you average. From the moment you are born, the system tries to tame you. It wants you to fit in, to be predictable, to work a job you don't love, to buy things you don't need, and to follow the herd into a quiet, uninspired grave. In America, we call this the Matrix. It's the comfort trap. It's a warm blanket that slowly smothers your fire until there is nothing left but ash. To have an unconquerable spirit, you must first accept that you are an outlier. You are an anomaly. You are not one of them. And because you are different, the world will try to pull you back down. It will use guilt. It will use reason. And it will use the opinions of people who are too afraid to live their own lives.
Being average is a choice you make every single day. You choose it when you hit the snooze button. You choose it when you eat food that poisons your body. You choose it when you gossip instead of building. The uncommon man or woman knows that average is a death sentence. To be common is to be forgotten. To be common is to live a life of quiet desperation, as Thoreau once said. You must develop a refusal to comply, not out of rebellion, but out of reverence for your own potential. You have been given a brain that is more complex than a galaxy, and a heart that can endure unimaginable pressure. To use that gift to just get by is an insult to the universe.
Wake up and realize that the safe path is the most dangerous path of all. It's the path where your soul goes to die. Choose the path of the uncommon. It's lonely, it's steep, and it's rocky, but the air at the top is the only air worth breathing. Most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid suffering. They want the easiest chair, the softest bed, and the least amount of friction. They think that by avoiding pain, they are finding happiness. They are wrong. By avoiding pain, they are becoming fragile, and a fragile person is a slave to their environment. The unconquerable spirit understands a profound truth. Suffering is the forge. You must learn to seek out voluntary suffering. If you don't choose your suffering, life will eventually choose it for you. And when life chooses, it is rarely for your benefit. But when you choose your suffering, you are training your spirit to be unbreakable. This is why we lift heavy weights. This is why we take cold showers. This is why we work 16-hour days when we don't have to. We are not just building muscles or businesses. We are building calluses on the soul. Think about your mind as a blade. A blade that is never used stays shiny, but it is dull. A blade that is used, that is struck against stone, that is put through the fire, that is the blade that becomes razor sharp. When you voluntarily put yourself in difficult situations, you are removing the power that fear has over you. When you have already faced the hunger, the cold, and the exhaustion on your own terms, the world can no longer threaten you with them. You become anti-fragile. You actually get stronger the more the world tries to break you. Don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. And then go out
and make your life difficult on purpose. Build the grit. Build the savage inside you. Because when the real storm hits, and it will, you won't be praying for it to stop. You will be the one standing in the rain laughing, because you've been training for this moment your whole life.
As you become more uncommon, you will face a new kind of challenge: the isolation of elite. The higher you climb, the fewer people there are to talk to. Most people cannot relate to your discipline. People fail. They get lonely, and they start to dumb themselves down just to fit back in. They start to lower their standards so they can have a social life. The unconquerable spirit has a fortress of solitude. You must be able to stand alone. You must be your own best friend, your own mentor, and your own cheerleader. If your sense of self-worth is dependent on the validation of others, you are not sovereign. You are a hostage. In the American wilderness, the mountain lion doesn't worry about the opinion of the sheep. Not because the lion is mean, but because the lion lives in a completely different reality. The lion has a different set of rules. You must develop your own internal code, a set of rules that you follow even when no one is watching, and especially when it's inconvenient. I do not lie to myself. I do not make excuses. I finish what I start. I do the hard thing first. When you have a code, you are never truly alone. You are accompanied by your integrity. You are accompanied by the respect you have for yourself. Learn to love the silence. Learn to love the empty gym at 4 a.m. Learn to love the desk at midnight. That is where the real you is born. The world is built by people who were comfortable being misunderstood for a long time. If they think you're crazy, good. It means you're finally moving at a speed they can't comprehend.
We talk a lot about success, but let's talk about integrity. In the long run, your empire is only as strong as the truth it is built upon. There is a disease in our modern world called short-termism. People want the quick win. They are willing to cut corners, tell small lies, and betray their values just to get ahead a little faster. They think they are being smart. They are actually being suicidal. Every time you compromise your integrity, you are putting a crack in your foundation. You might get away with it today. You might get away with it for a year. But eventually, the weight of your success will hit that crack, and the whole structure will come crashing down.
The unconquerable spirit is built on Titan's integrity. It means your word is gold. If you say you're going to do something, it is as good as done. It means you are honest, even when it costs you money. It means you take responsibility, even when you could easily blame someone else. Why is this so important? Because self-trust is the foundation of all power. If you know in the deepest part of your soul that you are a man or woman of your word, you walk with a different kind of confidence. You don't have to look over your shoulder. You don't have to keep track of your lies.
You have the quiet strength of a person who has nothing to hide.
In America, we value grit. But grit without character is just a high-functioning criminal. We don't want to just win. We want to win right. Because when you win right, you don't just have the money, you have the peace. Be the person who is the same in the dark as they are in the light. Be the person whose handshake is more binding than a 50-page contract. In a world of fakes and frauds, being a person of absolute integrity is the ultimate flex. It makes you untouchable.
We come to the final secret of the Spirit, the realization that the struggle is the destination. Most people are waiting for the end. They are waiting for the day they can stop working, stop struggling, and just relax. They view the struggle as a necessary evil to get to the good life. The unconquerable spirit knows that the struggle is the good life. Think about a mountain climber. Why do they climb? Is it for the 10 minutes they spend at the top? No, they climb for the climb. They climb for the burning in their lungs, the strain in their muscles, and the absolute focus required to stay alive. The mountain is just an excuse for the climber to meet their highest self.
Your life is the mountain. Your business is the mountain. Your health is the mountain. If you ever find yourself wishing for things to be easier, catch yourself. You are wishing for your own decline. You are wishing to be less than you are. The uncommon person understands the eternal return. If you had to live this life over and over again for all eternity, would you be proud of how you handled this moment? Would you be proud of the effort you put in today?
This perspective removes the boredom from the routine. It makes every rep in the gym, every email sent, and every difficult conversation a sacred act. You are performing for an audience of one, your own conscience. As we close this chapter, I want you to look at your hands. I want you to look at your reflection. You are the result of billions of years of evolution and thousands of years of ancestors who refused to die. You carry the blood of survivors. You carry the spirit of conquerors. Don't you dare waste it.
Don't you dare waste it. Stop complaining. Stop waiting. Stop being normal. Embrace the suffering. Protect your solitude. Guard your integrity. And love the struggle. The world doesn't need more influencers. The world doesn't need more followers. The world needs unconquerable spirits.